Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you. Of course, we are pleased to be joined by Josh Bilicki. We'll be driving the number 77 Ziegler Auto Group Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports in the NASCAR Cup Series this weekend at Michigan. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Doing well. So let's talk about this. It's a big week for you, big week for your sponsor, Ziegler Auto Group, and you're actually going to be running a paint scheme that a lot of people are going to like and a lot of people aren't going to like. Of course, I know Ziegler Auto Group is big into partnering with Michigan State. So you'll be running a Spartans themed car, which would make our good friend Davey Siegel very, very happy, of course, from SiriusXM, who was a Michigan State grad. So I think you might be getting a lot of go greens and go whites this weekend.
Yeah, it is an exciting partnership. Ziegler Auto Group, very loyal to Michigan State University. In addition to running their colors, the Spartan colors in our car, we have Mel Tucker and Tom Izzo coming out to be the co-grand marshals for the race. So that is super exciting. Originally, Ziegler Auto Group and I invited them to be our guests at the race. MIS, the track, picked it up and they asked right away, can we make them grand marshals? So very exciting to have all parties involved: NASCAR, MIS, Ziegler Auto Group, Michigan State University. All parties are excited. They're all equally involved, and it's going to be a cool, fun, big weekend.
Of course, Mel Tucker, the head football coach at Michigan State, and of course, the legendary Tom Izzo with the legendary men's basketball coach over there. So obviously two big figures in the state. And I obviously know this because I live here. How much have you learned about this rivalry with Michigan and Michigan State? Obviously, we over here, it's like live or die over here. It's a big deal whenever the two get together in any sport, but obviously in football and men's basketball, as well as some others and every other sport as well.
Yeah, we've seen some kickback already on social media. Ziegler Auto Group being Michigan, I think it puts them in a little bit of a tough spot too. Owner Aaron Ziegler, president, CEO, he attended Michigan State University, so he loves Michigan State. Especially the colors in our car, green and white. So I also got a little bit of kickback from Wisconsin Badger fans. Obviously I'm very Wisconsin loyal, and I think I always I take a lot of pride in being from Wisconsin. I still live here in Wisconsin and I support all things Wisconsin. So to put me in the middle of this too, we have our Wisconsin Badgers, but it's a friendly rivalry. I mean, it's no different than racing on track. There's drivers who on track, they may hate each other. Off track, they're friends. So this is kind of similar.
Yeah, it is. It is, anytime Michigan State get together, it's always a fun stuff. And yes, there have been Michigan themed cars. Remember Bowman, I believe Alex Bowman ran a University of Michigan paint scheme, I believe back in 16 or something. So Michigan has been on. So. Yeah. So Michigan, this, I believe, the first time Michigan State's been on a car. So it's
it is. So yeah, we're excited to make that happen.
Yeah. So coming into this weekend, this is you've been to Michigan a couple times. What are your overall thoughts of this place and heading into this weekend?
Yeah, so I've been to Michigan International Speedway. It was actually, believe it or not, just my third NASCAR oval start. Big, fast place, and it's always been a pretty racy track. I think the last couple of years actually may have been follow the leader with our downforce package and some of the PJ1. The next gen car, I think, has suited well in the 1.5 mile tracks. Auto Club, which is a similar size, but it is a different track. It's a completely different beast. But Auto Club proved to be a pretty exciting race, so I think there's some high hopes here. There is PJ1 this weekend on the track, so we're not too sure if that's going to mean just follow the leader, everybody in the PJ1. There are different lane choices with the PJ1, lane 2 and 3. So I'm hoping there's not much. I mean, there's going to be dirty air, but I'm hoping that there's still options for us to race at. But Michigan's fun. It's a fast track. It's one of the fastest tracks we go to. Looking at just some sim data, it's no break. So that's always fun for us drivers, just to be a lot of throttle time, no break, high commitment track. And I'm running Xfinity Series this weekend too in the 45 for Alpha Prime Racing. So we have Insurance King back on that car. Insurance King over here on my shirt. We have them back on our car this weekend. They've been a very, very loyal supporter of mine since 2019. So double duty weekend, not very far from my home state of Wisconsin. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Obviously, I think you said, I've heard resin or PJ1, or is it the same? Is it resin or is it PJ1? Because I've heard different things about what's going to be on there.
I've heard PJ1. I think it is PJ1. I think resin more or less they put down at tracks like Nashville,
I know they put
Bristol.
resin down on the track at Michigan, so I know it's just some other things, but well, get that cleared up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. To me, it's all the same. It's all sticky
Okay.
stuff, grip tape, whatever it is. It creates a lot of grip, and some tracks it works well, some tracks it doesn't. You've seen it destroy Texas, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think some tracks it's worked well too.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people say that last year's race was pretty good. So going into this weekend at Michigan with the 77, how do you feel like you've done so far in the Cup ride?
Yeah, we've had an awful summer stretch, honestly, plagued with a lot of mechanical failures. Um, last weekend's race in Indy, it was a good turnaround for us. We finished 22nd, which was a respectable finish for our team. We unloaded off the trailer on Saturday in Indy just with an extremely wicked loose race car, and it was not very pleasant to drive. So by the end of the race, we got it a lot better. We didn't quite get it to where we needed, but we had a real shot at a top 20. I think we restarted 17th or 18th, and when Blaney got spun there, it kind of shoved me off track, and I had to go in the grass, and I lost 5 or 6 spots. So Indy, I'm hoping that's a turnaround point for our team, because we've had, just like I said, a very bad stretch of races with mechanical failures involved in the New Hampshire wreck on lap 4, a blown engine. So unfortunately, some of our races have gotten cut short. I probably could have done a better job in some of those, but most of them were kind of just out of our control. So yeah, we're going into Michigan. Hopefully we can rebound, take that momentum from Indy, and, a top 25 at Michigan. I think it would be a win.
Yeah. Also, you're in the Xfinity Series, as you said, with Alpha Prime. How many more races do you have with them?
Right now, I think just 2. I think I'm sorry, 3. Michigan, Watkins Glen, and Charlotte Roval. Doesn't mean we won't add more, whether it's with Alpha Prime or maybe another team. We're always looking to add more races to my schedule. My Cup schedule is going to slow down here a little bit. There might be some races added to that Cup schedule, but it's all sponsorship dependent. So after Michigan, I'll be out of the Cup car for a couple of weeks. Lancaster will take over. So it's always good to get Lancaster's input on where our program is. And I feel Pocono, even though we had a mechanical issue and we only ran stage 1, we made really good gains at Pocono, and we're looking forward to taking those gains and everything we learned in stage 1 at Pocono, applying them to Michigan, and seeing what Lancaster thinks about the car going forward. But yeah, we got a stretch of some different types of tracks here. We go to Michigan, then Richmond, a short track, Watkins Glen, a road course, Daytona, and then back to Darlington, where we've been to Darlington before. So it'll be interesting to see how not only Spire, but how all these teams have learned and progressed since Darlington 1, going to Darlington 2.
What's an interesting place? Why is Michigan so fun to drive?
I think because of speed, it's fast. We have restrictor plates at Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, but not Michigan. So Michigan, the speed is up there. Before the low horsepower package in the older car, you saw speeds upwards of 210 miles per hour. I think I've never ran a high horsepower car other than Xfinity at Michigan, but I want to say I remember speeds of almost 220 miles per hour, maybe 215 miles per hour. So it's fast. This next gen car won't be over 200 miles per hour, I don't think, maybe in the draft. But it still is going to be one of the fastest tracks we go to. It probably is going to see the highest speed that we've had all year, aside from maybe Daytona in the pack. So that's what makes it fun. It's a high commitment track. Like I said before, no brake, lots of on throttle time. You're not wide open. You definitely have to come off throttle, but as long as you can be on throttle, you're going to make more speed.
Absolutely. And you don't have that far to go from Wisconsin to Michigan. Not that far away. Are you still flying up there or driving even though you are in the Midwest?
I'll drive to anything basically under 8 hours, or maybe 7-8 hours. So I'll be driving to Michigan. Ziegler Auto Group has several activities for me planned this week. So starting Thursday, I'll be in Michigan, or actually Chicago on Thursday, Michigan on Friday, and then at the racetrack Saturday and Sunday between Xfinity and Cup. So I'll be driving and hitting some stops with Ziegler Auto Group on the way.
Yeah. Where could people see you on Friday? Because you never know, people may want to check out some fun stuff.
What we're doing is a photo shoot, so it's probably not going to have many fans there. Friday afternoon, I'll probably head to the track though. So if you guys want to see me, I'll be in the Xfinity Series garage on Friday afternoon.
All right, fun stuff. All right. All right, Josh Bilicki, thank you so much for talking with us. Good luck this weekend in Michigan.
Thank you, Casey.